Welcome to another exciting review with Kent and Kelsey for MrTruck.com. We're in Estes and the wind is down just a little bit. We might be able to actually get this done. We have the 2017 Dodge Durango Citadel. It's like one of the top of the luxury models. You got 3 rows of the seats. You got the Pentastar V6. And Kelsey, how much power does that Pentastar V6 have?
The Pentastar V6 has 293 horsepower, but if it has dual exhaust, it has 295.
Cool. And we have dual exhaust.
We do have the
dual
dual
exhaust. Power. And what's the torque on it?
The torque is 260.
Okay. Well, let's run up and down the mountain and see what it does. We're only pulling about 2,500 pounds. Not a big, this ain't a thing tow 6,400 pounds. So we got a lot of capacity there. Let's see how we fit in this truck. Well, Mr. Truck here, what we're testing today, the Dodge Durango Citadel SUV, and the weight we have is 2 motorcycles and an ATV on our load trail trailer. It's made for, ATVs and motorcycles. A new addition to our weight that we use to haul around and have fun off-roading with is this new TW200 Yamaha. I just bought this last week. It's a 2016, had 1 mile on it when I got it, and this is what I wanted for sand. We have the ATVs, we go all over the place with those, and the Kawasaki 200 there is very nimble. It's not like the Honda Ranchers we have. They are great for climbing rocks and 4-wheel drive, but they don't turn real fast. Where the Kawasaki's, just nothing to it. And this puppy here, even though it's the same length as my other DT XT Yamaha 225, that's in it's a 1992, so it's old, but those have been around for a long time. And that did really well for off-roading, except for sand. And Moab in sand, I flipped over a lot. So I'm trying to avoid that this year with this new bike. It's got the great big tires, I'll show you that. Actually, the front tire on this TW is as big as the back tire on the 225 Yamaha. And they're very similar bikes, similar seat height, similar length. Brake systems at the older Yamaha is a 6-speed. This new TW is a 5-speed. But when you're off-roading, you don't usually go through a lot of gears. A lot of times I don't go past 3rd gear in one of these. But we're going to take this up there in Walden and Moab and see how it does on the sand with that great big old flotation tire. And this is nimble. It's like the Kawasaki 4-wheeler. This one here, similar to an old mini bike. You can just turn it on a dime, which is what I want. Something that really handles easy and doesn't stress me. I'm an old man. I don't want to be all worried when I'm driving. I want to have fun to see how well my balance can be on this on the rocks. Hopefully it works well. Because it's real easy in a 4-wheeler climbing up there. You just sit in the seat, till you get really crazy with it. But this one, you also got to do that and balance it. So we'll find out. But this is our new weight. We're weighed down to about, with the trailer and the vehicles here, we're about 2,500 pounds. What we're pulling behind this Dodge Durango. Of course, we got our shock straps on. But the sprocket on this is a little bigger, so it's a little geared down a little bit. It's about about 3/4 of an inch. I don't know how many teeth that is, but that's what I want. When geared down, and the 225 there. The 1992 was actually jetted for higher altitude. This one's jetted for normal altitude. So we'll see at about 8,000 feet how well it does up to 10,000 feet. I may have to put bigger jets in it. We'll find all that out. But this is our new rides for our weighting down our SUV reviews. And we'll see what we can find out. But yeah, a couple new configurations we've got here.
And we got tons of pickup truck questions, right?
Right. Where do we go for the answers?
We go to the Truck Nuts book.
Because we're truck nuts. And we wrote the book, Truck Nuts. We're nuts about truck, the ultimate guide to buying a truck, or to look at a truck, or judging a truck. Whether it's diesel versus gas, new versus used, what your teenagers should learn about trucks, all that. You do all kinds of cool tests.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. We do the iGauntlet, world's toughest towing test, up the mountain and down the mountain. We do MPG testing on the highway, loaded with trailers.
Yeah.
We do off-road testing. A lot of that data is in this book as well, and it's a one-stop shop for truck information.
That's true. We test trucks maximum capacity up to the biggest grades you can do on the interstate.
Yep.
So we really put them to the test. And you can get all the facts you can't find anywhere else. We do MPG tests, which you can't find on any sticker anywhere. So all that stuff that you can't find is in the book.
And you can find the book at trucknutsbook.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the other bookstores as well.
So read about your truck nuts. All right, Kelsey. Beautiful Durango we have here now. Is this close to the Durango you have at home? Yours is a little darker.
A little bit darker. Mine's taller, obviously, because I have a lift on it. Definitely not as long.
Yeah.
I want to say it stops about here. This one's definitely longer. Mine doesn't have the 3 tiers of seats.
Yeah.
But it seats 5, where this one with 3 tiers seats 6.
Yeah, you can just jump in this one. You can't do that to yours. You got to run and jump, don't you?
No,
Your lift kit?
It's kind of This one is really pretty. It's got the tan leather with the black stitching, black leather across the dash, steering wheel, adaptive cruise control.
Yeah,
tilt.
and that power tilt and telescope. I
Power
love
tilt
that.
and telescope.
I think
Yeah.
of the best range of motion out there of any of them.
There's really big range on this one.
Yeah, so you got all kinds of room in there.
Your lights are down low. Push
Yeah.
start. You got your paddle shifters, which are upside down right now. Huge screen.
Yeah, it's 8.4, I think.
8.4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The dashboard seems, or the windshield seems different in this Durango too, more slanted towards
Exactly. I think it does have more rake now. Is that? Yeah, and that helps with aerodynamics, helps with noise, helps with a lot of stuff. Probably doesn't help with the cowboy hats climbing in it because that makes your A-pillar a little angled.
Yep. This does have a beautiful moonroof.
Yeah.
So you lose some inches there for your hats also. Cup
Yeah.
holders in the
All over,
doors,
yeah.
in the center console. Very small center console because you got your DVD player in here.
Right. Well, it's got 8-way or 100-way or 11-way, or
Yeah.
these seats are getting kind of crazy on them.
It's got up, down, back, forward, firm, non-firm.
Cool.
A little bit of everything in here. It fits. And it's got enough room to go all the way back and
Yeah, and you got good visibility. Is that okay?
yeah. And with the up, obviously I'm short and I need to be up more to see, but
Yeah.
you can see everything. The pillars aren't too big here.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm an old man. I can't be doing all this manual labor. Yeah, show me how that back seat looks. I guess we got some stuff in there, but this is the captain's chairs.
These are captain's chairs. It does have this center console is bigger than the front seat center console.
Yeah, I know my grandkids played
And I
back here a
think-
lot. We also played with these, I guess these flip-up screens, one on each
Yeah.
side. That's
So
so
the
cool.
DVD
And the
player.
headsets and all these other things. You can get crazy. Yeah, my
Remote.
grandkids watched the movie 3 times in this yesterday.
They've got power back here, USB charge, 12
yeah.
volt.
Cool.
Got, in the center console
It's
is a
pretty deep, yeah.
deep center console.
Yeah, you
And then
put a
they've
lot
got
of
the
toys
little
back
tray.
there. Cool.
Tray.
Now you gotta do is figure out, well, you guys got some knee room in there.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is the seat all the way back.
Yeah, I guess that's
So,
true.
Tall
Yeah.
people should be able to fit in here. It's comfortable,
Yep.
not abnormal.
Cool. Now, how does that seat fold down?
Pressing here.
I think there's a red strap. There's some kind
There's
of
a red strap, yep.
They love those red straps. And then you can almost get back there.
So there's not a center console in the very back.
No, look like seat belts for 2.
Seat belts for 2. I'm guessing it has the car seat latches back here too, maybe?
Yeah, I probably think they do. I think they have the latches. Well, this is pretty nice. Actually, nice thing about the lighter leather, it actually lightens up back here. Otherwise, it gets really dark. Everything's black. It's hard to see the floor and where you drop all your candy. Oh, it opens up from the
It opens
rear.
from the back too.
Hey, that is cool. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it did that, but that's pretty cool.
And the sides have like a rubber feeling to them.
Yeah,
Not
a
this
bunch
is
more
all
cup holders.
Plastic, but this
Yeah.
is more of a rubbery
Yeah, you got
feeling.
the
We got the
Cool.
lights back here and
awesome. Well, let's go look at the hatch.
yeah.
Yeah, that console is pretty awesome.
Alrighty, so for this hat,
Now, I think in the actual latch down here, there should be a button
There's
to
a button,
push.
yeah.
Okay. Look at that hatch. I love it. Automatic. Now, there's not a whole lot of room, but
No,
you
there's
fold
not.
that back seat down, you've got a lot more. But yeah,
can
without folding that down,
hide
it's a
whatever you
very
have back
small
here.
area. Yeah. And there's a little cover for the hitch. I've got it back here, but well, you know, just groceries. Basically, you could get a lot of groceries
You
in
can
that
get groceries
area.
back here.
Yeah. If you're gonna haul big screen TVs, well, it's like the little cubby holes in the side. Put all kinds of goodies in there. Then, hey, yeah, what's underneath there?
I don't know.
Like the hidden bolt. Holy cow, there's all kinds of room under there. Well, that's good.
Good jack.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually pretty big.
Yeah.
I couldn't climb in there. I don't know if you can climb in there or not. Okay.
We're not going to try and put me in the,
Yeah,
in the hatch.
that's a pretty cool trunk. I actually
Back
like
here.
that.
Look
Yeah.
at this.
That's where you put your... Holy cow, what is that
this?
thing?
It's a flashlight.
It's a flashlight.
That's what it says. It's a flashlight
Holy
battery.
cow,
Is there a
yeah.
flashlight somewhere in here?
Well, really, that's not it? That's just a
No,
battery?
that's just the battery.
Okay, I guess we got to get the owner's manual and
Oh,
find
no,
out
look.
where we put... Oh, it is. I thought it had to be one piece, yeah. That's cool. I constantly charge it. Hey, you ready for the apocalypse, man? Chase those zombies down. You got your charged flashlight. Hey, that is... I'm glad you saw that. I
Yeah,
didn't
there's a
even see
flashlight
that.
in there.
Yeah,
That's neat.
pretty cool. Yeah, I actually like that hatch.
So with the
And
seats down,
yeah, you got room for the big stuff. And then the fact that it has a little...
Use that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this just pops out. Like
yeah. Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm sure it does something. Well,
Maybe.
gonna have to buy your owner's manual.
I'm
Get
gonna
your
have to
owner's
find the
manual.
owner's
Yeah.
manual to see how this comes out, huh?
That's pretty cool. I mean, with that trunk, it makes a whole different, space down
Yeah.
there, which I really like. Yeah, I'm glad they did that. Very usable vehicle. And that's why they're called sport utility vehicles. Yeah, awesome,
Pretty neato.
cool.
This has got to fit.
I'm sure it does. Usually they slide
It's got to
inward,
fit
but
in that little
you think
pocket
you can
right
move
there.
it up there. Oh yeah,
Because
that'd be
this
cool.
folds out.
Yeah, folds out a lot further.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably does. So you can cover up the hole back in, kind of almost like a tonneau cover.
Lots of
Look
room
at
in
that.
here.
You can put the deer in there. Yeah.
So it's got to be able to mount up there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Very usable.
Hides. Yeah.
Got little places to
Steps.
step up in there. Yepper.
Cute little trunk.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
That
there's
is your-
probably a button. Yep.
There is.
Oh, look. Here's
Ram
a button.
and for Dodge loves buttons. Yeah, we got a
Big
button. There's lots of buttons these days.
And then it automatically goes down.
Yeah, lots of lights. Yep. Cool.
Let's show you guys the backup camera.
Oh, that's right. Good
Show you the
idea.
backup camera.
Let me jump in there and do that. Now, this is one of the better backup cameras out there. You put it in reverse. Look at that. Now, see the middle line. That's what impresses me. Ford has that, and nobody else that I knew of had it until now. Dodge has it. That actually, yeah, it tells you where you might be going according to the steering wheel angle, but it also will line up the ball and the coupler, which, having these two outside lines doesn't do you a whole lot. It'll get you close, but that middle line will get you right on.
It's a
I
big
like
screen.
that. Yeah, it is. It's 8.4. It's a very good deal. Very good for hooking up trailers. We'll give them 10 points for that. That is awesome. You never miss your trailer.
Hope.
Well, Kelsey, I figured you'd be excited. This is a brand new 2018. I'm sorry.
18 or 17?
No, Kelsey, I got excited. This is the 2017 Dodge Durango Citadel. I like to say Dodge once in a while. I used to be able to say Dodge truck, but I like the word anyway. But this is so cool. This is the Pentastar V6. Got paddle shifters. Oh man, this is so cool. An 8-speed automatic. Yes. And it's got a sport mode, which I guess holds the RPMs higher or holds them longer or does something similar to tow haul mode. But then it's got an eco button. Then it's got this stop start thing, that A with the circle on it. Yeah, you can shut that off if you want to or leave it on, but let's try to save you fuel where it shuts the whole thing off when you're sitting at a stop sign. Big, 8.4-inch screen. I love that.
Beats by Dre for the audio.
Oh, it's awesome. And this has got the gray seats, heated and aired. I love them. And this has got the power that steering wheel telescopes and actually run it back towards you. This has got one of the longest strokes of any of the telescoping wheels I've seen. I really like that. It's one of my favorite things about it is how far this goes. Because I don't know if I've got monkey arms or what, but it seems like I need to get that steering wheel in a different spot than most people. But I love this steering wheel. And this has all the DVD and the screens on the back of the headrest. And so your DVD player is in there. That's the problem, is it takes up over half of your console, which all depends what your priorities are. We still have a bunch of stuff stuck in there, but it takes up a lot of room for that DVD player. Plus it has all the RCA codes or cords and the HDMI cords on the seats.
This is 3 rows of seats back there too.
Yeah, and they're 2, 2, and 2, so that's 6. Because you do have a big console in the back, We'll check out these seats and see how well they fit. But yeah, push button start. And that knob, I love that knob. Now this, I noticed on the manual, when you want to do the paddle shift, and all you do is hit the shifter. You don't have to put it in manual mode to do that. I haven't figured out how to get it out of that mode. But anyway, I know how to get it in. But yeah, of course it's raining on us. We'll go up to Estes Park, probably 100-mile-an-hour wind and rain. So who knows? You never can tell on these big adventures. Yes, you have a Durango now. What is yours?
Mine is a 2004 Durango.
Cool. And what engine does that puppy have?
It's got the Hemi in it. So.
Oh, that Hemi. Yeah, what a Hemi. Now, the Durango, it's almost the same color, just yours a little darker, but
a little bit darker.
We'll get a picture of it on here, too, because you're the Durango girl, and you have, what, a 4-inch lift on it? Mm-hmm. And my only gripe about that Durango, and that's the body on frame styles, it has a lot of body roll.
It does.
And that's always worried me. Now, this one here is a unibody. This is all part of that thing, what they call them crossovers. So this is not like the old Durango, so lower to the ground. And this actually handles pretty well, but that's what it is. It's a crossover. It's not something to go out and chase coyotes with like your Durango. You can go out and raise heck and not worry about it. Yeah. 4-inch lift kit. Got to see that puppy. But anyway, here we go on another adventure. I'm glad you figured that out, because the paddle shifters are a kick in the butt. I like it. And
shift on demand.
We get up fast enough, we go through all the gears, but you figured out how to shut off, and that's good. Just hang on to that puppy. I think that's what the instructions were saying anyway. But no, this puppy is... We'll talk about it if we can find a spot that's not raining on outside. Get some pictures of this. We're pulling a load trail ATV trailer, the one that loads all the way through. We've got one Kawasaki ATV, a 300 brute force. A couple Yamaha bikes, my new Yamaha, my TW200's on there. I'll talk about that after a bit. I've got actually 3 of these load trail trailers, different ones, that I bought all from Jayhawk Trailers. Got a really good deal at Jayhawk there in Denver. But here we are, spring in the Rockies. A few things are turning green, the trees are flowering out. Now this Durango, the Citadel, which is I think it was just one notch down from the very, very top. This puppy, MSRP on it's $53,560. So it's not the cheap one. It's the good one. And it's all-wheel drive. You can't shut it off. There's no low range, so it's not like yours where you really could go off-roading along with it. This is more, folks would drive and use for snow and such.
Mine's all-wheel drive with optional 4.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty high technology back then. Yours came out. There weren't that many that had the optional all-wheel drive. Now this Pinstar V6 is what's in a lot of even the trucks you can get it with that same 8-speed. They use that engine a lot. I think it's in their van, their full-size van. And this thing has everything. Now, we talked about body roll with yours. This one actually has an electronic roll mitigation. It actually senses if the wheel's lifting up, and then it uses brakes to control you and keep you on the ground and not rolling over. So I guess they figured that out too, the body roll situation. And when we back up, and we'll show you the backup camera on this. It's like Ford has that little line in the middle that lines the ball up with a coupler, which I really, really like. And very few didn't have it. So now we've got Ford and Dodge that use it. And this one too, the miles per gallon by the EPA. It's rated 25 on the highway, 18 in the city, and 21 combined.
Yep.
But yours probably gets, 15, 16 miles to the gallon in your Hemi?
Yeah. Maybe.
Not really made for fuel mileage back then.
Not made for fuel mileage.
The Durango Citadel Anodized Platinum all-wheel drive. Well, the platinum's not the color, so maybe this has to be awfully close.
It's a red color.
Yeah. I'm sure there's actually an official name for that color.
Like
everybody likes to do
red
that.
or something.
Yeah, let me see the fine print. It is an octane red pearl coat exterior paint. Do you remember all that?
Octane red pearl?
Yeah, and that's kind of a long name.
Yeah. It's a
cool.
red pearly color, guys.
Yeah, it's not a dark maroon, but it's a nice maroon. This is one of the colors I really, really like. And this interior, I love the tan and the black. This is all normal, heated everything.
Heated and cooled.
Yeah, and this also has, it's got a self-leveling on the rear end. I haven't looked underneath there, see if it's airbags. It has to be, but I've had this trailer off and on it, and the trailer, and it actually does level up pretty well. But all the same cool warranties. Let me try to go over the highlights of what this thing has. This one is rated to tow 6,200 pounds. If this had the Hemi, it'd be 7,400 pounds towing. So nothing wrong with that. But that's we'll go with horsepower and torque here in a little bit. All-wheel drive, it's always working. Passengers for 6. Of course, that's kids in the third row. But
Really wish mine had the third row.
yeah. Comes in handy, then you always fold it down for cargo, so there's nothing wrong with it. It makes it very handy for families we have. And this gets real close. You can get this configured for 7 passengers. Then you can have this instead of a minivan.
Yep.
Minivans, I like them, but I mean, who wants to be seen in a minivan?
I don't think we've ever done a review on a minivan either.
No, for some reason I don't get those. I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, I've never pulled a trailer with a minivan, so what am I going to do with a minivan? But anyway, we're pulling a trailer with this one. Auto dimming rear view mirrors normal. Okay, black rotary shifter. Shifters, steering modes. Oh, cool! It's got some place we can change the steering modes like we did on the Raptor, or did on the Raptor. That is cool. It's what makes it easier to steer, harder to steer, all that stuff.
I'd have to find the button.
Yeah, it's another one of those button things. I know stop, start, shut off in the sport mode, and then sway control and all that. But one more button to find. Wow, it's got a screen off. We want to shut your screen off. Whoa, it's black and then back. Oh no, gotta hit this one first.
There you go. There you go.
So we can shut our screen off. I'm not sure why we'd ever do that, but I guess if we're undercover, I'll do a stakeout, we might want to do that. So, this has got the moonroof. It's all automatic. I'm sure a lot of these features are similar to what the Jeep Grand Cherokee has on it.
It handles like the Jeep.
Yeah.
It really does.
And it's a unibody too, so it might be a little shorter wheelbase than this. Rain sensitive windshield wipers. Don't you like that?
Yeah,
it's raining on us.
they're going.
And they're working. Vented, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, that perforated leather. I love these seats. They're nice and comfortable, and they look awesome.
They are really comfortable.
Yeah. 3-zone temperature control. Holy cow.
So everybody could be hot, cold, and warm.
Yeah. You can make everybody tushy happy and warm or cold and all that stuff. Yeah, let's see. It's got the 20-inch wheels. And it's got a satin carbon finish on the wheels. They're good looking wheels. Black headlight bezels, roof rails. Well, they list door handles. Don't we have door handles on cars?
No,
Anyway.
only Dodge has door handles.
It's listed on here as optional package. I guess they must have made them shiny. Platinum badging, platinum fog light bezels, lots of platinum stuff going on here. Oh, it's got adaptive cruise control. I use that a lot. It's really simple to use. You just push a couple buttons and you control how close the radar locks on the guy in front of you.
And as long as the guy in front of you is not speeding, you're good.
Well, no, but it depends on if you set that speed to 70, he goes 80, it won't go 80.
But it won't get any closer to him.
Right. But if he takes off like a rabbit, it won't follow. It just keeps you from running into him. And I took this to Colorado Springs the other day and pick up the new bike with this trailer, and it was so cool. I didn't have to. It takes a lot of the fatigue out of long time driving. Is
Yeah.
the adaptive cruise control locks on what's in front of you, so you don't get too close, too far away. And then if you do pull out ahead of him, and if you set the speed at a higher speed than he is, it will accelerate. But I got this thing where it would stop. It would clear down to 0, and as long as it didn't stay stopped for more than a second, it would kick back on, and the car moved. But if it was more than a second, it shut off, and we started over again, which is no big deal. But I'm really impressed with adaptive cruise control. That is one of my favorite options. Which is all the blind spot assist. And I noticed on this, I had to shut the park warning on it on the back end with that trailer. It thought it was going, because it's got a lot of collision warnings on it. And when I was backing the trailer up, it kept hitting the brakes, and the trailer has no brakes. It's under 3,000 pounds, so there's no brakes required. But it kept braking, and I finally figured out to push that button and shut that off. Because I got tired of braking every time I backed up. But that was neat. But it has all these things to save you and your neighbor's kids when they run a bicycle across behind you. And yeah, it's definitely a good family vehicle for all the things it has. And lane departure, to get near a line, it beeps. At least this doesn't say stop and go get coffee like a lot of those do. I got tired of them telling me to go get coffee all day long. But this does have the receiver hitch and a 7/4 pin, but no brake controller. I suppose this is, sold as a maybe supposed to be towing machine, so that's kind of how that stuff works. But it wouldn't be hard to add towing. I'm sure the wiring harness is there. Just going to plug in the Delphi plug. And a full-size spare, which I really like. The full-size spare on a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you've got to have. You can't put a weird-sized tire on that. And those Subarus, in their manual, they really picky on that. They want you to change all four tires every single time. A lot of times I change an axle at a time, but you got to. On all-wheel drives, it's a little bit different. They're really picky on what they go through back there. Yeah, this has the middle row captain's chairs, which I like. Gives you the console, gives you all that room. My grandkids were having a good time yesterday watching movies back there, and had their headphones on. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, keep it all pretty looking. But yeah, this is a nice machine. This Dodge. I love Dodge. It's a Dodge truck. Durango Citadel. You should be in heaven because you're the Durango girl.
You like my Durango.
So do you like this more or less than your old one, or your current one? Of course, it's not as tall.
It's not as tall. I don't know. I'm looking for a middle seat right now for a car seat.
Yeah.
It's probably just as safe as, or if not safer than my Durango.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of difference because mine doesn't seem as level.
Oh, yours is tipped up or tipped down?
No, it's not tipped up or tipped down, but when I go around a corner, you can definitely feel your corner. Whereas this, it definitely levels itself.
Yeah. Yeah, levels with the trailer. This thing, you can take some high-speed corners.
Yeah, but I'm
Tell
not
the kids to hang on back there. Mama's taking a corner.
It seems longer than my Durango, too.
Yeah, and I think that's probably part of that's from being lowered to the ground, that it makes it look long. I don't know if it is or not, but it probably is.
We'll have to
seats
compare.
back there. Yeah, we have to do that. Go step them off, see which one's longer.
Because this one definitely feels longer. Obviously, it's shorter due to the fact that mine has a lift on it.
Yeah, closer to the ground. Well, this 2 should get a little better fuel mileage.
Yep.
You know that.
Yep.
That 8-speed, you got a lot of things going for you. I have no idea what the axle ratio is. That would take another day to look that up. But, yeah, I mean, in this configuration, I mean, you'd probably want to go back to Hemi because you probably really like those. And I do too, like the power. But for long-term fuel mileage, that's why you have this option. And I think the Hemi is also available in 8-speed. I know it is in the pickups.
Okay.
So that might save you some. But everybody loves the roar of the V8,
Yeah.
They all get hooked on that.
Well, and if I have a vehicle, I mean, eventually, whether it's a camper or a small trailer or my box trailer, I do haul with my Durango. So
Yeah.
it's a heck of a lot easier to pull a little box trailer on the Durango than load up the big truck and get the box trailer and spend that fuel.
Well, that's probably what you guys go camping with is the Durango. So yeah, it certainly is a good way to get the family outdoors. This is probably quieter than your Durango.
It is a lot quieter than my Durango. All of my vehicles are loud.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
I think we might get a break in the rain.
Yeah, if we can get 15 minutes somewhere to go outside, take some video, it would be nice.
Try not to bounce this new bike off.
Yeah, that's the one that moved around back there the most. I don't know why. Got the shock straps on back there, so it hasn't left anywhere, but the back end of that one bike just bounced around.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to tie both ends. I usually never do on a bike, but maybe I'll start doing that.
On that one at least. Because the one in front of it's not bouncing around.
No, and they're both about the same length. The big thing is the tires and the gearing and stuff, but I'll talk about that if I ever get a dry spot of land. Do that on. But it's spring in the Rockies, we usually get rain every week.
We need it.
Yeah. Get these rivers pumping up for everybody.
I think.
So you can, if you have a spot where you want to, you can sort of put it in sport mode and then try to see how fast it goes, or how fast it accelerates.
We can try it.
Yeah. So we can suck a couple gallons of gas down
It sounds different. Wraps up higher.
there. Yeah. That's what it should be. It should give you some more RPMs to play
And it
with
doesn't
there.
shift as soon either.
Yeah. Which is really similar to what tow haul mode does. I'm sure on this, they're not really considering this a big towing vehicle, so they label them different, and I know their demographics are a little different for this truck than me.
Yep.
They can't all be built for me. Always liked the outside look of this. It's got that mean look in the front, the headlight bezels that are black on the outside. Still has the crosshair grille, which I like. The new Rams are kind of going away the Rebel. And I've been so used to these crosshair ones, and your trucks all have crosshairs, and I suppose your Durango does too.
Yep.
And it's kind of like what Ford's going from the half tons, going from a 3-bar to a 2-bar. It all takes a while to get used to, but I've got that project truck, the '94 Ram 1500, and it's the crosshair grill. I really like that. So you get used to that kind of stuff, and this has a really good looking rear end. The way the headlights are done, tail lights are done, they wrap around, kind of like the Chargers. So this is a really good-looking vehicle. I think the last one I had of these about 2 years ago was a Hemi.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it was like blue.
Yeah. It's this fuel mileage thing. It's kind of really beating up on the V8s.
Well, we'd get better fuel mileage if the car in front of us would drive.
So there are little crossovers running all around up here. They're just everywhere. Everybody's got a crossover but me. Your Volkswagen Golf's not a crossover. It's
Nope,
just
just a little TDI.
Yeah.
Now that thing gets good gas mileage.
Yeah.
Diesel mileage.
Yepper. So it's going to last forever.
49 to the gallon. That's what my last tank got. It's like, all right.
Yes, sir. My new motorcycle gets 78 miles a gallon.
Yeah. Gonna have to plate that to drive it.
Well, I do. I've got a permit on it, so it's actually it's street legal.
Perfect.
But I'm gonna go out and play in the hills. But that's what it's for. Is my sand bike. See if I can stay upright in Moab this year. Get tired of laying over. Well, it's handling the curves pretty well. I notice we're not leaning at all. Of course,
you don't lean.
It's got all the electronics on it to control that.
The steering is stiffer than my Durango.
If we knew where that button was, we could figure that out and how to change the steering mode. Played with that on the Raptor quite a bit, and that was fun. I was surprised how much improved. I mean, you make it so where you're no effort at all on the highway. I'm sure that's what this design is for. Anyway, it's got a place for an SD card, I'm sure, for navigation. It's got 12-volt
navigation, music, pictures.
See what special speakers it has. It says Beats
by Dre.
Beats.
Yep, they're Beats by Dre.
That must be something for the younger generations. I have no idea.
Yep.
There's a JCB.
It's a better sound speaker. Supposedly. I don't know. I don't have a set, so I don't know.
Well, it's good because, you got that youth view on things. Mm-hmm. You got the woman's view on things. All those things that I have no idea about. Yeah, it's cornering real well.
It corners very well.
Oh, you can go faster? You can go faster?
I can't go faster. Pull a trailer past this one in the right lane.
Yeah, showing what it's like to handle a real machine here. Not even drifting with the trailer. It's just all riding on rails.
That's just fine. It is stiff. Steering is stiff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it would get even stiffer with that button wherever it is.
Well, it might. And then I don't know if there's a mode you put in for parallel parking to make it real easy. I have no idea.
I don't know. You should be able to parallel park if you're driving.
What, really?
Yes, really. You should be able to parallel park. You should, if you're pulling a trailer, you should be able to back up with one.
Yes, that's true.
Certain decencies to give people while you're driving.
Well, I can parallel park the trailer. I do that quite often at these truck stops. But Yeah. I guess we should probably turn the lights on so everybody can see us, or we can use a
They're on auto.
wire. Yeah, but that won't turn them on. There you go. Got LED lights in that trailer. I like to keep track of things back there. One of those things. That way you know if the plug came undone or something happened. It's always nice to know before the accident what's about to come.
This thing does handle around the corners very nicely.
Yeah.
No leaning, no...
I don't know if the rear end's independent. I should crawl right there and look, but I know it's all coils. And that's what I've noticed with this. I mean, you steer straight, it does beautifully. If you go a little bit close to the line where it's uneven highway, that trailer will whip you around a little.
Yeah.
So I'm almost thinking on these coil spring crossovers, I need to put a weight just when you hit even on this little trailer like that would improve handling. Because, you know, we don't need to have it till 5,000 pounds, but
it's...
in coil spring situations, I think you need them.
But even with this one, I mean, the trailer's not jerking it around, and it's not swaying back there, bouncing around.
No, and you're steering it straight. I was, once in a while daydream a little bit, and I get a little uneven ground, and you can tell that trailer doesn't like that. You don't daydream when you drive?
Not normally. Try not to.
That's where my best ideas come from, when I'm just cruising down the road just thinking about something else. It's got a little bit of a tone to it.
It does have a tone to it. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you guys can't, but we can.
Yeah, sounds like a sports car.
By no means am I flooring it or anything like that.
Well, you shut the sport off?
Yeah, I took sport off, yes.
Okay.
You guys can't hear that. That was floored. Accelerates very well with the trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, by no means are we up to our maximum tow mill, but
it's about 2,500 pounds back there, and we moved to 62, so
yeah,
less than half.
Doesn't even know we got anything.
That's right. I have to put a brake control in this if I go up to the maximum. But I wanted this trailer to match the truck because we got visibility. If I get one of my wider trailers and get the weight up, then you're not going to have good visibility.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of them would pull an RV with one of these, travel trailer.
We had a little pop-up. That's what we pull with mine.
Yeah.
Works out nicely.
Yes, indeed.
That, and we can always go four-wheeling or whatever we want to do with it.
Yeah, with all those lift kits you got, you can go out there and do rock climbing with all your vehicles.
We haven't tried rock climbing with it. We've jumped a couple ditches, but
yeah,
not rock climbing.
Pinewood Springs.
Halfway to Estes.
Yeah, man, this is real tricky because these mountains. I mean, Estes is on the other side of that mountain.
Is it going to be nasty or is it going to be wonderful?
Yeah. Estes used to be kind of a dependable zone, but now it's like wind, rain, snow, wind.
And this year it's been so sporadic. It's hard to tell, everyone.
Glide along in our Dodge Durango. Of course, my truck's a 94. I can call it a Dodge.
Yep, you can.
Get used to that. It's like calling your dad all those years, and all of a sudden now you got to call him your uncle.
No.
Oh, it's not the same
That's
thing?
not going to work.
Okay. Okay. Well, mine's actually called a Dodge Ram, so I guess I got them both.
Yeah. I got a Dodge Ram, too.
There you go.
Got two of them.